MLB Network's coverage of Major League Baseball is on the air. Lots of pink all around for this Mother's Day matchup between the Atlanta Braves and the Miami Marlins. Major League Baseball on MLB Network coming up right after this. Zach Gatlin is the man on the mound for the fourth game of the series. What do you have for us on him, Danny?
This guy has a three-pitch mix, and he needs all three of his pitches. If he has them all working and uses them properly, he has a chance to be very effective.
Here's Ender Inciarte. He will lead this one off today.
Leading off for the Braves, center fielder, Ender Inciarte.
Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Underway now in the Sunday finale as the game's first pitch is taken for ball one. These Marlins, as they take the field this afternoon, they'll look to make it 3 straight here as they come in on the heels of 2 straight wins.
Hey, Matty, yeah, this is time right here, D-Roll. You'd love to win this 4th game of the series. They drop game 1. They come back and win games 2 and 3 of this set. Nothing they'd like to do more than win this series 3 out of 4 and win this one here on the finale.
Yeah, Dan, they gave away the first game, but they were able to win Friday night and Saturday night. A chance to take 3 of 4 and finish the weekend off strong.
And there's ball 2 now.
Back-to-back sliders in on the hands. He didn't handle it real well at all on the previous pitch, so why not come right back with it again? Better job of laying off that one, though.
Now the 2-1 pitch. And this is in the air down the left field line and into foul territory. He dives. Did he catch that? He did. What a play there for the first out. Certainly a highlight reel grab that we just witnessed. So here it is again with show track. And the high 90s route efficiency is what stands out. He read it off the bat exceptionally well and closed ground on it just about as well as one could. Here's Nick Markakis now, the right fielder. As he swings and misses at a first pitch fastball, 0-1. And he's carrying a batting average of just over 300. So clearly he's been a productive player with the bat in his hand so far. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. A wave and a miss, a tick behind a good fastball. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. This is hit the other way out toward left field. Sierra is in pursuit. 2 down. And now a moment to show you the lineup for Atlanta in this one. Thoughts, Dan? Who stands out?
Well, I really appreciate the tenacity that Ender Inciarte plays with. He's up to a 9-game streak right now, and that's something to build on. That'll get you a little bit of attention, too. Get to 10, and we'll start talking about DiMaggio. No, just kidding. 9 is a nice start, though.
Stepping into the box, Freddie Freeman. First chance for him here in the top of the first with nobody on. Outfield shaded toward right center. Here's the first pitch. And he gets ahead 0-1.
Hey, there's no waiting around trying to work this guy into deep counts and get into the bullpen. This is a mid-90s fastball guy who loves that pitch and is aggressive and comes right at you. I would assume the offense is going to have a similar approach.
The windup and the 0-2 pitch. Swinging a hard liner to center field. Sierra is there, and he'll make the catch to retire the side. Braves are set down 1-2-3. Now the Marlins will see what they can do. No score. Mike Foltynewicz gets handed the ball for the 4th and final game of the series. What's your take on him, Dan?
Hey, you can't always judge a pitcher by the numbers. I know the ERA is into the 4s coming into this start, but he's actually a pretty solid pitcher. And every once in a while, he can throw some decent games in there. It's not easy having an ERA under 4 in baseball. He's slightly over that, but this guy's a better pitcher than that ERA indicates.
Into the box now, Magneuris Sierra. He'll lead things off here in the bottom half of the first. Swung on and missed. It's 0-1. Guys, one of D-Row's former employers, the Braves, as they begin play here this afternoon. They dropped another one last time out, and in fact, they've won just twice in their last 8 tries.
Yeah, Matty, dropping their last game. Now they find themselves at 500 again. They got to find a way to get on a hot streak. You cannot continue to go peaks and valleys throughout the course of this season and ride that 500 line all year. At some point, you're going to have to take 7 out of 10, 8 out of 10 to get this going in the right direction.
Nothing in 2 count, and the pitch. Swing and a miss on the slider, and that's out number 1. Time now for a glance at the Marlins lineup card in this one. Danny, who stands out to you?
Well, you know, they're hoping to get more out of the number 6 hitter. He had only 1 home run last month, so if you're looking at a guy in the middle of the order with just 1 homer, your team's not going to score a lot of runs. He's got to turn on the power in this lineup if this team wants to have any success at all.
Coming to the plate now, Victor Reyes. Couple of hits for him in 4 trips to the plate last night. First pitch of the at-bat. Popped up. And he'll put this away for the 2nd out.
Batting third, first baseman, Garrett Cooper.
Stepping up now, Garrett Cooper. First at-bat for him in this one. He was 1 for 4 with a double in the ballgame last night. Here's the first pitch to him. Fastball, and he swings through it to fall behind.
It's amazing. I tell so many fans, you get in a box one time, the one pitch you're going to swing at more than any other is that elevated fastball. Your eyes light up as an offensive player, and you just cannot get to it.
And now a pitch hit sharply on the ground. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Hit down the third baseline, but this will wind up foul. Still 0-2. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Got him swinging, and that will end the inning. 1, 2, 3 go the Marlins, and this is still a 0-0 ball game. Coming to the plate now, Ozzie Albies, as he'll get his first opportunity in this one. Here comes the first pitch. A fastball that finds the outside corner. So let's take a look at our umpiring crew in this one. Behind the plate is Joe McDonald.
You know, you got to take your time and feel Joe McDonald out behind the dish a little bit. He has a tendency to move his zone around, usually settling in those middle innings.
You know, all you ask for an umpire is to be consistent. At times, Joe Mack is a little bit too inconsistent, particularly from a pitcher standpoint.
Very high, 2-1. This is in the air out to straightaway center. Reyes is there. Makes the play, 1 away.
Check out the Miami Marlins on defense. And this team right here is known for kicking the ball around. They have the lowest fielding percentage in the entire league, and it could come back to haunt them in this one.
Now in the box, number 13 comes off an 0 for 4 in last night's ball game. First pitch coming. Here it is. And this is taken outside for ball 1. And he looks at a changeup in there, 1-1. And there's a pitch that just misses the inside corner. Now the 2-1. Waves and misses for strike number 2. Line drive to center field. And there is the first hit of the ball game for the Braves.
Hey, that's nice execution right there. Swung through the first slider, got it again, stayed tall, kept his hands back, didn't try and do too much, and delivered a nice base hit.
And the next in is Johan Camargo, as the fastball is swung on and missed. Good location down at the knees for strike one. And he's a guy looking to break out in a big way. Hasn't been getting the results he or his club have been hoping for. Ready with the 0-1. Runners on the move for second. Liner toward right center. And that finds some outfield grass. It's a base hit. Now it's cut off. A throw to the plate. But this won't be in time as he's well safe and the run scores.
Boy, that has to feel good as a hitter, D-Roy. You get that base hit to give your team the lead. You have to feel good when you get down to first base.
Yeah, it's just a nice approach. You see him turn to his boys right there and get fired up with the dugout. 100%, not trying to do too much, able to quiet the moment down, center himself, and come through in a big spot.
And a called strike down in the zone. 0-1. 1 in, 1 out, and 1 on here in the inning. From the stretch. Behind 0-2 now. The 0-2 home. Got him swinging. Chased it well out of the zone, and there are 2 gone.
It's so hard to hit when you're behind the count 0-2, right? You have to protect for the fastball. You have to look for the soft stuff down and away. You're really at a disadvantage when you fall behind 0-2.
Standing in now, Charlie Culberson. The fastball here as he'll take a look at ball 1. 1-0. He takes his first cuts in this one with a man at first and 2 away. Line drive to center field. And he dives to make a spectacular catch. What a play there to end the inning. Worth a second look here as this is a beauty to end the inning. More baseball on MLB Network right after this. So here's the cleanup hitter, Frankie Cordero. The average for him entering play sits down in the 250s. Here it comes. Drilled to the right side. He lays out, but he can't make the play, and it's through into right.
Yeah, I don't know if I love the approach of pulling the trigger on that 0-0 pitch. I can't imagine that's exactly what he's looking for. The result works. The pitcher can't be too.
Stepping in now, Isaac Diaz. As he'll take a look at a slider that can't make it back to the corner. It's ball 1. Comes into this one at 271. 4 home runs, 10 RBIs. The 1-0. A swing and a miss, strike 1. Now here's the ball hit high and deep to straightaway right field. Back goes Markakis to the track. On the warning track, he makes the catch.
Time for a look at the Braves on D. You guys, one thing I want you to focus on today when we look at this team on the defensive side of the ball, they're in the top 5 in fielding percentage. They go about their business a certain way. They make all the routine plays, mix in a few flashy ones, and day after day, they give their pitchers the best chance to be successful.
At the plate, Christian Optimus, and he really thrives in the batter's box here at home. Something to keep an eye on in this one.
Come on, Marlins! Come on now!
He's ready. Here's the first offering. Pulled toward right center field. Inciarte on the run. He gets there, and that's the second out.
Batting 7th, third baseman, Christian Diaz.
At the plate, Christian Diaz hitting a little over 250 coming into action in this one. He comes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch. Swing hard liner to left center. That gets down, and he's got himself a base hit.
Sometimes you got to pull out the ambush tactic. You don't know what the best pitch is going to be. 0-0 right there. Give me a knock to the left side.
In now, Austin Noah, as he's well in front of the curveball and comes up empty there for strike one. He's got that batting average even at a point where even a 1 for 5 will gain him some points. 1 home run and 3 driven in. The 0-1 delivery. And a whiff at a good slider that time. Cordero at second. Diaz on at first with 2 down. Oh, that grounder got him. Great support from his infield, though, as that's the 3rd out. Weird way to end the inning. So it's no runs on 2 hits, no errors, and 2 men left stranded. We'll go now to the top of the 3rd. The Braves on top, 1-0. Great shot there of the Blue Waters and long sandy stretches of Miami Beach. Back now for the top of the 3rd inning on MLB Network. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Popped him up. Optimus has a play. And he hauls it in for the first out of the inning. So 1 gone now as we give you a look at where these 2 teams find themselves entering play in the National League's Eastern Division race. Riding in once again, Ender Inciarte. High pop-up. Noah over to his left. And he makes the catch for the 2nd out.
Now batting, right fielder, Nick Markakis.
So 2 gone now, and here's Markakis. First pitch of the at-bat. Tapper up the line. On to first, and they don't come any easier than that. A 3-pitch inning, and the side is retired. Down in order go the Braves, but they're up 1-0. Coming to the plate now, the pitcher for the Marlins, Zach Gatlin. He'll get us going in the home half of inning number 3. First delivery to him on the way. Chopped weakly to the left. Culberson has it. And there's 1 down now.
Not a lot you can do with that pitch. That fastball just ate him up inside and gets the soft grounder for the out.
Digging in to try it again, Magneuris Sierra. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up. First offering on its way. No balls and 1 strike. The windup and the 0-1. Oh, and this at-bat is quickly moving from bad to worse. It's 0-2 now.
Not much to say about that swing other than it should have never happened.
Sent on the ground out to second. Albies brings it in, and quickly there are 2 away.
Now batting, center fielder, Victor Reyes.
Digging in for his 2nd at-bat, Victor Reyes. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. He's ready. Here's the first offering. Soft liner toward first. And on to first with it is Freeman, and that'll end the inning. Miami down in order. They're down 1-0. With Mark DeRosa and Dan Plesac, Matt Vasgersian with you as Freddie Freeman settles in to start out the inning. Here it comes. First pitch hacking here, and that's the first strike.
I mean, this is the classic case of ambush tactics at its finest, but this is getting a little ridiculous. I'd like to see some of these guys in the lineup work the count a little bit and find themselves on base and maybe drive this guy's pitch count up.
Hit hard on the ground at first. Diaz on the grass. Throw to first in time. One gone here in the fourth.
The batter, number 1. Second baseman,
Stepping in and ready for another shot, Ozzie Albies. So far 0 for 1 with a flyout. Here's the first pitch to him. Trying to bunt his way on, but this is popped up. Throw not in time, and that'll go as a bunt single.
Now batter, number 13.
And here's Ronald Acuna Jr. now. He singled and scored in his first appearance in this one. He's set and the pitch. Looking at a fastball for a strike on the corner.
This is a tough spot here to turn 2 off this guy at the plate. One of the things you really have to make sure defensively to make sure you get at least 1 out. Don't try to turn that double play. If you get the sure out at second, take that. If you get it at first, well, that's just an added bonus. But make sure you at least get 1 out in a spot like this.
Count now a ball and a strike.
Runner, runner!
Albies is on the move. Hit in the air down the right field line. Cordero sprinting after it. Now a dive by the right fielder, but it kicks off his glove.
And he obviously didn't let last night's hitless outing get to his head too much, because that's his second hit of the ball game. This one a double. I'm sure he's feeling a lot better about the way he's going right now.
And the next in is Johan Camargo. And he puts it on the ground to second. Only play is going to be to first, so score it as an RBI ground out as the lead moves to 2-0 now.
That grounder was hard hit, and sometimes the runner at third will have to hold on a ball like that, but he was off on contact, and they opted to take the out at first instead.
Here now is the catcher, Tyler Flowers, as he'll go after the first pitch and bounce it into foul territory. Comes into this at-bat 0 for 1 in the ball game. He's ready. Here's the 0-1. Grounded to third. Throw in time, and the side is retired. Braves will settle for just the 1. On now to the bottom half of inning number 4. It's the Braves 2 and the Marlins nothing. Leading off the inning, Garrett Cooper, as they'll look to get something going here and even this game up.
Hey, we're still in the early stages of this one. They're only down by a couple of runs, but it's really key for this leadoff guy to try to get on and get a big inning started.
A fastball that he's way out in front of. A swing and a miss. Swing, and he takes this the other way to right. That's his first base hit, make him 1 for 2 now. He'll get it into second, and he's able to hustle his way up to second as he'll reach here with a 2-base hit. Well, it's always daunting to know that you've got to deal with the 3, 4, 5 hitters to start out an inning, but even more so when the 3 hitter starts it out with a double.
Yeah, he's going to have to start making some good pitches to get out of this thing. Job number 1 is to get the next guy, and ideally you keep him from advancing the runner to third with less than 2 outs.
Into the box, Frankie Cordero. Lined into right, a base hit. And they'll put the brakes on at third. Runners at the corners with nobody out.
Hey, this has the makings of being a pretty big inning, D-Row. Lead-off double, now a base hit, and all of a sudden we're looking at first and third.
Yeah, sometimes you wake up and just get smacked in the mouth right here. He's going to have to start executing pitches. He cannot leave a ball over the heart of the plate right here. He's going to have damage on his hands.
Flied out in his first at-bat, so make him 0 for 1 so far. Here comes the 0-1. And he'll try to pull back the swing, but he'll do so unsuccessfully as that's ruled a strike. They really bunch him up on that one as he swings and misses for the first out. That was a nasty looking slider that time.
Yeah, that was really well executed, Matt. A classic strikeout pitch. You think it's fastball middle in, then it starts bearing in on your back leg, and unless you hit it out front, there's nothing much you can do with that.
Now a throw over to first, and he has to dive, but he's back in easily. He's set. Here it comes. He pulls this one into right. Marquez has it, and I'd be surprised if they send the runner.
Now batting, third baseman, Christian Diaz.
Into the box now, Christian Diaz. 2 men on, 2 away here in the fourth. Here comes the first pitch. Pitch popped up. Albies on the move. And the throw is not going to be in time as he's able to reach base safely.
And that's great hustle right there out of the box. Not everybody's getting it right out of the chute from step one. But I have to ask you, Dan, how frustrating executing a pitch and there's an infield knock.
It is, D-Roy, and you can read that right off the bat as a pitcher. You can read the angle. You know that that ball is going to be hit on the ground, and you're thinking deep down inside, okay, there's a quick out, and it just wasn't meant to be.
Standing in now, Austin Noah. No balls and a strike to count. Comes set with the 0-1. Ball chopped foul here at the plate, and he's behind 0-2. Cordero over at second. Diaz at first, 2 out in the inning. And the inning goes away in unceremonious fashion on a swing and a miss at a ball way outside the strike zone. The sights and sounds of a day at the ballpark. Oh, my goodness. More to come on MLB Network Sunday Baseball after this. Stepping up to the plate, Charlie Culberson. He'll start off the 5th in this one.
Charlie Culberson.
Line to the right side. Oh, coming on hard as he makes the diving catch.
Taking another look at it, the ball has some topspin on it, but he's on the full run and dives to make the catch. Nice defensive play right there.
Stepping in now, Mike Foltynewicz. As he'll take a look at a strike on the outside corner, it's 0-1.
He's been pitching really well so far in this one as we cruise into the middle innings. One of the big reasons why, 80% first pitch strike ratio. If he continues that, he might be able to finish this one.
Behind 0-2 now. The windup and the 0-2 pitch. Now a swing and a miss, maybe even a foul tip, but it's held onto behind the plate for out number 2.
Well, he's really locked in at this point in the game on the bump. So far this inning, 4 pitches and 2 outs. Got the first guy on 1 pitch, then absolutely dominates this at bat with a 3-pitch strikeout.
Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Hit back up the middle. And that's through for his first base hit in this one. So with that, the top of the 5th is still alive.
Hey, after that base knock right there, he's into double digits, D-Row. That's a 10-game hitting streak.
Oh, you talking about double digits, Dan? Now it's getting firm. We're seeing the batting average go up. We're seeing the homers go up. We're seeing the RBIs go up. Everything is moving north.
Here's Nick Markakis now, the right fielder. Ball one to start the at-bat. 0 for 2 for him to this point. The 1-0 is taken, strike one.
You know, hats off to the pitcher right there. You got a great hitter at the plate. It's early in the count, and he wanted to get ahead. Nice challenge pitch right there.
Grounded up the first baseline, but a foul ball. 1-2 the count now. Ready to deliver the 1-2. Hit down the line at first. And he'll step on the bag himself, and the inning is over. So it's no runs on a hit, no errors, and a man left. Home half of the fifth coming up. The Braves lead it 2-1. Next to hit will be the pitcher, Zach Gatlin. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. A swing and a miss on a ball that jammed him.
Yeah, Matty, not only is this guy using all 4 quadrants, he's elevating, getting their eye level up with a quality fastball.
Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. A late swing at a slider for a strike. Checked his swing there. Did he go around? No, says the first base umpire. Ball one. Swing and a miss, and he'll start the fifth the same way he ended the fourth, with a punch out, 1 away. Good job of making him chase a pitch for the strikeout there.
Yeah, Matt, that's the advantage of getting ahead in the count. You can really force hitters to expand their zone and protect. And when they're in that mode, getting them to go after a pitch they can't do much with becomes a lot easier.
Into the box now, Magneuris Sierra. As he'll fall behind here as he goes after a fastball that might have been out of the zone. It's strike one. He's 0 for 2 in the ballgame so far. Hard hit to the left side, but taken in out there, it's short. Had him played perfectly that time, and there are 2 gone now.
Center fielder, Victor Reyes.
Up next from Miami, Victor Reyes. First pitch of the at-bat. Pulls this one into the air out into right field. Markakis has a read on it, and that ends the inning. 1, 2, 3 go the Marlins. Here's the first baseman, Freddie Freeman. He's set to lead us off in the 6th inning.
First baseman, Freddie Freeman.
And he'll power in a fastball that time at 94 for strike one.
To me, getting ahead 0-1, it's the most important pitch in the game, Matty. It puts the hitter on the defensive. I can only think of myself being in the batter's box. When I'm sitting 1-0, I am all over the gas, or I am allowed the opportunity to sit on something without fearing going 1-1. When you're down 0-1, your head's on a swivel.
The windup and the 0-2 pitch. Not surprisingly here, this is on the ground to the right side. Throw to first gets him, so the leadoff man's retired here to begin the 6th.
Now batting, second baseman,
And now the Atlanta number 4 hitter, Ozzie Albies. 1 for 2 in the ballgame thus far. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Fouled off. The windup and the 0-1. Now a late bunt attempt here, but he misses strike 2. High in the air and drifting out to shallow center. Reyes has it in his sights. 2 gone.
now batting, number 13.
Digging in and looking for more, number 13. He doubled earlier and carries a 2-for-2 line into this appearance. And he just keeps rolling along as he starts another batter out with strike one.
Boys, we see the pitch count. It's hard to remember the last time we saw a guy pitch this efficiently.
Yeah, Matt, it's incredible to watch him go after guys. He's forcing a lot of early contact, and they haven't done a whole lot with the balls they put in play against him.
Now the 1-1 pitch. Is strike two swinging.
1-2.
On the ground to the left side. Diaz is up with it. Throw on to first gets him, and the side is retired. Braves are set down 1-2-3. They lead it 2-1. Now at the plate, Garrett Cooper, 1 for 2 with a double on his line thus far.
Garrett Cooper.
First pitch coming. Here it is. Line hard toward right center. That's in for a base hit, and he's 2 for 3.
Hey, pitchers, you better start taking notice of this guy. He better be circled on that lineup card because he's on fire. That's his second hit of the ball game right there, and I don't see him stopping.
In now, Frankie Cordero. Popped up. Camargo calls for it. 1 down.
Now batting, second baseman, Isaac Diaz.
Ready for another shot now. Isaac Diaz. It's been an 0 for 2 effort for him to this point. He's ready. Here's the first offering. Double play ball to second. 4. Albies scoops it up. Culberson back to Freeman, not in time, and they'll just get the 1.
The batter, number 10, shortstop, Christian Oppenheimer.
Settling in now, Christian Optimus. No hits in 2 trips to the plate for him in the ballgame. From the belt, the pitch. High fly ball out to straightaway center. Inciarte's there, and the inning is over. 4 pitches. Welcome back to South Florida. 7th inning straight ahead with the Braves leading this one. But before we get it started, let's take a look there at the game summary to this point. Digging in once again, Johan Camargo. He'll start the 7th, and Dan, as a former pitcher yourself, you must be enjoying this. Lots of good pitching and defense today.
Well, that's one of the keys. We're seeing a lot of strikes. We're seeing a lot of swings. We're seeing some great plays on defense. This has been a snappy one up to this point.
And he throws the fastball by him here. 0-1.
One of the keys to pitching late in the games, first pitch strikes, and this guy's rolling along. So far, over 70% of his first pitches have been for strikes.
And that misses downstairs for a ball. 1-1. The 1-1. Now a ball bounced foul near Wash. Third base coach Ron Washington. Set to deal on a ball and 2 strikes. High and deep to center field. Reyes racing back at the track. On the warning track, he makes the catch. That was a tough play, so let's take another look at it with Show Track. Seemed to get a solid read off the bat, took a good angle at it, and he covered over 100 feet to make the grab. I'm sure he'll be getting some high fives for that one. Standing in now, Tyler Flowers.
And a swing from him yields a foul pop out of play to the right.
0 for 2 from him so far in this one. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. Behind 0-2 now. Trying to send him packing for the second time. And a swing and a miss here, so it's a quick 2 outs to start the 7th.
Really good late bite on that slider right there. The best ones have that late action that just darts at the last minute. They're so tough to get the bat on, and when you've got that good slider going, it's a great strikeout pitch.
Stepping in now, Charlie Culberson. And that misses, ball 1. He's hitless in his 2 at-bats so far. A 1-1 count. Here's the pitch. Well, they'll run this one in on him, and he can't connect, so he finds himself down 1-2 now. We're in the 7th inning now. The pitchers duel. 2-1 our score. And a slider runs away from him there, and the count levels at 2-2.
I think if he executes that pitch on the corner instead of off of it, he probably gets some pretty weak contact, if anything. He jammed him pretty hard on the previous pitch, so my bet was he was going to try to cheat on the inside part, thinking it might be coming again.
This is in the air to center. Does he have another 1-2-3 for the Ledger? He does. 7 in a row he's set down now as the side is retired. Leading off the inning, Christian Diaz, and they'll need him to get something going here.
This thing's far from over, even though we're moving into the back end of this game. Only down by 1. All they need to do is get this leadoff guy, and they're an extra base hit away from tying this thing up.
He has him looking silly here. It's 0-2.
You see that swing right there? You know what that tells me, boys? That this pitcher is doing his job right here. But also, the offense is obviously not picking anything up.
Takes this the other way to right. And again, he's got himself a base hit. Make it 3 for 3. So the leadoff base hit puts the potential tying run aboard in the late stages of this one.
They need to be aggressive right here from the offensive standpoint. Leadoff base hit, bottom of the 7th, you're down 1. This has to be the moment they scratch one across.
Number 48 will take the ball now as the new pitcher.
Now pitching and batting in the 7th spot, number 48. Now catching and batting in the 9th spot, number 16, Ryan McCann.
So striding in, Austin Noah. 0 for 2 on his line thus far. First pitch of the at-bat. Sliders in for a strike. From the stretch. Grounded back up the middle. One there on to first, and that's the very last thing they needed at this point in the ball game, as there are quickly 2 away now.
Gotta love that out of your reliever, right? The first batter he faces, he gets to roll over into a double play. Hold the right string that time, Skip.
Austin Hayes will pinch hit here, and he's the potential tying run.
21, Austin Hayes.
Line toward the alley in left center. And this will be just what the manager ordered as he's off the bench with extra bases. And hold all tickets now as the tying run gets into scoring position with a 2-out double. Finally, a little something for them to get excited about.
Yeah, a rally can begin with the single swing of the bat, and this might be their chance right here. They struggled to produce a lot of runs, but there he is at second base. A shot to the outfield scores it. Then who knows what kind of roll they could get on. Got to take it one good at-bat at a time.
Into the box now, Magneuris Sierra, as he'll swing and miss at a first pitch slider at strike one. He could really use a knock here. 0 for 3 in the game so far. Trying to hold the lead. Here's the delivery. Goodness. 0-2 now.
I'm sure the boys are going to blow him up in the clubhouse for that ugly swing right here. But he has a chance to regroup. Take a deep breath. Take a step out of the box. And know you got a few to play with.
Getting a few steps off a second there. Now the pitch. Soft liner to the right side. And nothing will come with a 2-out double as the inning is over. One left for Miami. They're down 2-1. Number 53 enters from the bullpen to do the pitching.
Number 53.
Here's the catcher, Brian McCann, and he's getting his first plate appearance here in the 8th after entering off the bench just a little bit ago. First offering on its way. Takes a high fastball for a strike. McCann bats left but throws right and stands in at 6'3". This is the final year of his current deal, so he'll be a free agent at season's end.
You know, Matty, I know he's in the final year of his contract, but he's playing to expectations, to be honest with you. I know he wants to turn it up a little bit, though, as he approaches the end of the season and make that salary push as he heads towards free agency again.
And that misses, so they fall behind McCann here, 3-1.
Time to focus here. This game is way too close to be walking, guys, so we'll see if he can make him swing the bat on this next pitch.
3 balls and a strike. Here's the pitch. Now a swing and a ground ball. 3-2 pitch. And a good take there will net him a base runner as it's ball 4 now to start the 8th inning.
Well, he's a youngster. You can see he's a little nervous out there. Some people call it butterflies, but to him it probably feels like pterodactyls are flying around in his gut. Going to be interesting to see if he can settle down here.
Now back to the top of the lineup, stepping in, Ender Inciarte. He steps in off a base hit in his last at-bat. And this will work as a sacrifice as they get the out at first, but the runner moves into scoring position at second base. Good performance thus far by the visiting Braves. They lead this one in the 8th as you get a look at our line score thus far. Runner at second, 1 away, and standing in the powerful right fielder Nick Markakis. Trying to go the other way. This is looped out toward third. A dive, and oh, he can't hang on. And he'll reach first as they can't make the play on him.
First baseman number 5, Freddie.
Here's the first baseman, Freddie Freeman. Not much in the way of productivity from him so far, but he's got a chance to come through here in a crucial spot.
Yeah, it's time now that he has to put the rest of those bats behind him because none of that matters if he can clutch up when it really counts.
First delivery to him on the way. Lifted out towards straightaway center field. Moving under it, Reyes. And he makes the catch for the second out. And no tag at second. He'll head back there with 2 away now. digging in the switch hitter, Ozzie Albies, and a big at-bat in this one. 2 on, 2 away here in the 8th. A ball and no strikes.
The Braves have been looking for that big hit pretty much all game. It remains to be seen if they can get it, but now sure would be a big time for that.
Looking to keep this a 1-run game. The pitch. A ball and a strike.
Ball, 1 strike.
No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike.
Great chance right here as a hitter to be aggressive. You can pretty much count on a pitcher. He's trying to get back in the strike zone. And with 2 guys on base right here, it's time to grip it and rip it.
Trying to hang a 0. Here's the pitch. Here's a pop-up now. And this is going to wind up a foul ball.
A lot of times you see guys in the middle of the order get worked away, but not right here. They're keeping it inside on him.
He pulls this one high and deep to right center field. And this ball is gone. No chance to make a play on that one. So a 3-run shot to right center field. Home run number 2 for him on the year. And it's suddenly a 5-1 ball game.
What a piece of clutch hitting. This team is holding on to a slim lead, and he blows this thing wide open with a 3-run blast. That could be the nail in the coffin.
And here's Ronald Acuna Jr. now. And Dan, after that home run, it looks like they might be able to end this losing streak that they've been mired in.
Yeah, and a win at this level feels really good, especially when it's been a while. They're on their way if they can play well the rest of the game.
That's in for a base hit. He's now 3 for 4.
Hey, this guy's obviously seeing the ball right now. That's another hard hit single. 3 for 4 right there. He's looking super solid at the plate.
Joe Gunn enters the ball game out of the pen, looking for the final out here in the top of inning number 8.
Joe Gunn.
And the next in is Johan Camargo, as he will take a look at strike 1 on a fastball right down the pipe. He's working on a 1 for 3 thus far. Here's the 0-1. Runners going. In there. Now the throw. Way late, and he's in there easily at second.
It was pretty obvious he would likely be on the move with 2 outs, and I'm sure the defense knew it too. But he has lightning speed and was able to take the bag anyways.
The 0-2 pitch. Still no balls and 2 strikes. This is hit high in the air out toward left center. Giving chase is Sierra. He tracks it down, and that will end the inning. But the Braves do pick up 3 on the strength of this 3-run home run. On now to the bottom of inning number 8. It's the Braves 5 and the Marlins 1. Now we're going to have a conference at the home plate area, so it would appear that we'll see a double switch here. A.J. Minter is in out of the bullpen now, as he'll be inserted into the number 6 spot following the double switch.
Number 33.
Josh Donaldson will also enter as a part of the double switch, as he'll hit in the 7 hole in the lineup.
Number 27.
Stepping into the box, Victor Reyes. He'll get things started now in the bottom of inning number 8. First pitch fastball swung on and missed 0-1.
Hey, if he's going to get swings and misses at balls up and out of the zone, he's going to continue to go there.
Here's the 0-1. Line to the right side. And that's a base hit, so the pressure's on to open up the inning.
He doubled up on the heater right there. First one he blew right by him. Second one, timing was on point. He was able to get a hit.
Cooper.
In now, Garrett Cooper. He'll take a look at a strike right down the middle. It's 0-1. He's 2 for 3 and looking for more here. Here comes the 0-1. Slapped hard the opposite way. Markakis is there, and he has it for the out.
Right fielder number 33, Frankie Cordero.
So striding forward now, Frankie Cordero. 2 hits and 3 at-bats for him in this one. From the belt, kicks and deals. And he throws the fastball by him here, 0-1.
This is the tough guy right here to hit into a double play. He's fast and he swings from the left side, so out of the box he's going to get a good break. You might have to try to get the strikeout right here because very rarely are you going to get.
And he turns on one, sending it high and deep to right. Gone! A 2-run blast to straightaway right field. Home run number 9 on the year, and it's a 5-3 game now.
Well, when it left its bat, I didn't think it had the height to even clear the fence. Shows you how much I know. That thing was a laser shot that just kept going and going and going. Wow, that was impressive.
Second baseman.
Into the box, Isaac Diaz. And a first pitch swing. He hits a fly ball to left center. Culberson moving to his left. Makes the play, and there are 2 gone now.
The batter number 10, shortstop, Braxton Hoffman.
Daniel Winkler is called upon with 2 out in the 8th as he's asked to complete a 4-out save. Christian Optimus will be the first one to greet him here as he'll be forced to turn around and hit from the left side now. First pitch on its way. Pulled high in the air out to right field. And he will get there to make the running play, and that will end the inning. But 2 in the inning for the Marlins thanks to the 2-run home run. On to the 9th inning from Miami. It's now a 5-3 ball game. Here's the third baseman, Josh Donaldson.
Third baseman, Josh Donaldson.
Here's the first pitch to him. Hit in the air down the right field line. But no chance to run it down. It's a foul ball. Here's a late swing and a miss. Strike 2. Donaldson, once a Toronto Blue Jay. He came here by way of trade earlier this year.
I know he'd tell you he'd like to be playing a little bit better, but I think it's as advertised for this ball club right now. I think the manager is getting exactly what they expected.
1 ball and 2 strikes to count. The 1-2. Hit hard to the right, but foul. Another 1-2 delivery. Hit hard towards center. That gets down. He's got himself a base hit. So it's an inning opening base hit, and the Braves have a man on.
It's a great job right there to get a leadoff knock. You got the lead. You have a chance to add on in the later innings. Leadoff guy getting on sets the tone.
Standing in now, Charlie Culberson, as he lifts it in the air to right field. Cordero is over a few steps toward the line, and he has it for the first out. So stepping in, Brian McCann. No official at-bat for him, but he has scored a run in this one. 0-1 the count. The 0-1 pitch. Leaves a changeup high for a strike. Into the corner and slicing foul. The 0-2 once more. Misses for ball one. Donaldson leads off first with one away. Now a swing and a fly ball. Cordero is over, and he puts it away in foul ground for the second out. So the batting order turns over now and set to go. Ender Inciarte. He comes into this appearance in the midst of a 1-for-4 day. One is a circle change that's over for a called strike. This is flared out towards second. Throw to first will get him easily, and the side is retired. Braves strand one as they hang on to their 5-3 lead. Stepping in, Christian Diaz. He singled his last time up.
For the Marlins, third baseman, Christian Diaz.
Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Way in front of a great slider that time. And boy, this at-bat is not starting off well, as he's behind 0-2 now.
Oh, man, he just tied him up in knots right there.
This one's down to third. Throw on to first, and one third baseman grounds out to the other, one away.
Now batter, catcher, Austin Noah.
Ready now for the Marlins, Austin Noah. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. On a less than impressive swing there to start the at-bat. It's 0-1. Bases are empty, one man out. He just ramps up and gears the fastball by him. 0-2.
Yeah, Matty, I'm going to need a better approach out of the 8-hole hitter. He's hitting in the bottom of the order for a reason. He's got to be willing to work the count, grind it, get this pitch count up, and get on for the boys in front of him.
The windup and the 0-2 pitch. Grounded down the third baseline, but this will be a foul ball, and it's still 0-2. Swung on in the dirt, strike three. McCann has it, and he makes the throw to first. Noah is retired, 2 down now.
Pitcher number 37, Joe Gunn.
Number 18 will get the call here as he'll hit for the pitcher.
Number 18.
well hit the other way, and it's into the gap. He takes the turn and heads for second. And he is into second with a 2-out double.
Well, the pitcher gives up the double. He can't do anything about that now. He just needs to put it behind him and focus on the man at the plate. If he takes care of him, the game is over. On the other hand, if he gives up a bomb, this thing is tied. It's getting a little dicey.
So the lineup flips over, and digging in, Magneuris Sierra. And Dan, what's the plan of attack here for the guy on the mound?
Well, I think they have to go right after him. He's pretty unlikely to take you deep, but if you allow him to get on base, the chances of him scoring and tying this game become a lot greater.
First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Softly hit to the left side. Throw to first will be in time to get him, and the Braves bounce back here to take the finale and earn a split of this 4-game series as this one is over.
Yeah, they needed him a little bit earlier in this one, but he takes the mound in the 8th and records the final 4 outs. 4-out save. Job well done.
5-3 the final score in this afternoon's game. Atlanta took the lead in the second inning and rode that until the very end. Mike Foltynewicz with his 4th win this season. Zach Gatlin pitched well, allowing only 2 earned, but ends up taking the loss. Daniel Winkler records 4 outs on his way to the save, his 10th. So that'll just about do it for us this afternoon. Thanks to Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, and the rest of our crew. This is Matt Vasgersian, and you've been watching a presentation of MLB Network. See you next time.
The final line score for our ball game this afternoon. For the victorious Atlanta Braves, 5 runs on 9 hits. No errors. They left 5 men on base. For the Marlins, 3 runs, 11 hits. No errors. They left 7 men on base. Time of the ball game, 3 hours and 2 minutes. A reminder that Marlins shuttle buses are available outside Marlins Park with service to the Culmer Metro Rail Station.